Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at case F or G if I'm not mistaken, of the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks mainline. I think this is case G, because case H would be the next one. Case K would be the, no, yes, case K, or case J would be the next one, then case K, then L, then M. So yeah, this would be case G. I don't know. It's in the title and it's in the thumbnail, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this. But anyways, yeah, we got, again, 8 monster trucks that we're going to look at today. A total of 5 new ones and 3 re-releases, as is usual here. You start to pick up on patterns after a while. What's interesting, though, about this set that we're looking at today is that it has a total of only 1 new identities. 4 of the trucks in here have actually been seen before and have just new paint schemes is all. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to take a look at this set here. I'm definitely really interested to look at this set because there's a couple in here that I really want to see out of the package for a multitude of reasons. And without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time because I am just curious what some of these look like. We're going to go ahead and jump into the first truck of the video, which is the brand new, never before seen identity on your right, airplane mode. Now, I'm going to be dead honest. I was literally just thinking about this before I started recording. The fact that this is the first ever actual airplane monster truck is kind of insane to me. It is wild to me that nobody has ever really attempted to do this. Now, don't get me wrong. I am well aware of the fact that United States Air Force Afterburner was a thing that did exist with Monster Jam at one point. Kind of hard to forget it. It was like one of the coolest trucks that ran in Monster Jam, in my opinion anyways. But an actual full-on 3D airplane is never something that's really been done before. This is kind of the first one. This is also number 3 of 6 for Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Back to Basics, the series where they just take a truck and give it a cool paint scheme. So yeah, this is going to be really cool to look at. I am really interested to see this. Also, I'm really interested if the propeller on the front of the truck spins, because I said when they first revealed this truck that if it doesn't spin, I'm going to be a little depressed. So I'm hoping that that propeller on the front spins. We'll see. Let's go ahead and open her up. It's the first truck we're going to look at in today's video, airplane mode. There we go. There's our crush car. We'll get the package out of the way here. Alrighty, airplane mode, starting us off. For the crush car, we've got an orange Time Taxi. Here we go. So here it is. This is the airplane mode right here. We got to do the test. Got to do the test. It's like it wants to, but it just won't. Ouch. Okay, it spins. It just doesn't spin very well. That's the only issue. It does spin, but it just does not spin very well. I'm going to friggin' hurt my finger if I keep doing this. Okay. Yeah, airplane mode. Cool. Alrighty, here we go. So we've got a, I don't know what color the body is on this. Green colored body. We got a dark green colored body, a baby blue roll cage, a white chassis, black tires with white rims. Now, I can kind of see what they were going with the chassis on this one. They were trying to do a sky with clouds. However, the only problem is that if they would have done the white over the blue, it would have looked a lot better. That's my only complaint with this. I feel like they got the colors backwards on the chassis. Because again, it's meant to look like an airplane flying through the air. That's why they did the colors they did here. But then again, like I said, I really feel like if they would have inverted the colors slightly, or inverted the colors so it was white over blue, that would have made a lot more sense. So there's that. On the side panel, you got the airplane mode logo, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks 25 for 2025, and then JXG822. Why do I have a feeling that's the case code for this? It's not. Fascinating. I don't know what JXJ822 stands for. That's fascinating. I have no clue. Well, that has to mean something, I would assume. I don't know. I have no clue. On this side, we got all the same detail, but mirrored. We got a little Hot Wheels logo buried in right there. It is a very nice looking truck, honestly. Like, they really killed the design on this. I really like this. That's awesome. I love the fact that they didn't try to make the wings obscenely large. They actually kind of kept it a bit logical with the size of the wings on this. I think that's pretty cool. 25 Hot Wheels Monster Trucks on the back wings as well. That's pretty awesome. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I did not have very high hopes for this new design, but I think they killed it. I really did think that they did a good job with this. It is, with some tweaks, I could totally see them making this a real truck, which is awesome to think that this could become a real truck someday. Maybe it might. Maybe after Maybe after they make my Rhinomite a real truck, they'll make airplane mode the next real truck, which that would be kind of crazy if they did that. However, I personally think that they should do Ramblin' Wrecker next, but that's just me. So there's airplane mode, everybody. That's a cool one right there. That's actually a pretty neat little truck. I was pleasantly surprised with how cool that one turned out. Alrighty. Next up is actually a really fun little truck here. It is number 405 for Crash Legends. This is the Humvee 4CT Fastback. Now, I like the paint scheme on this one. It has a very vaporwave vibe to it. I love vaporwave just as a art style, I guess you could say. I don't know. I like the paint scheme on this. That's what I meant. That's what I mean. Okay. I like the paint scheme. Dang it. Alrighty. There you go. Alrighty, so for the crush car, we got a yellow Dogzilla. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. This is the Humvee 4CT Fastback right here. As you can see, we've got a pink body, to my knowledge. We got a pink body, black chassis and a black roll cage with baby blue tires and baby blue rims, black tires. Good God. With a tinted window insert. On the side panel, you got Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, Hot Wheels graphics with the 105. I would assume 105 is an area code for something, maybe Northern California. Maybe? I don't know. I have no clue. I would assume that's an area code for something. Why don't we find out together? That would be cool, right? It is not an area code at all, actually. It is as I Googled, an emergency service number in countries outside of the United States. So I don't know if that means anything here or if it's just the number that they went with for funsies. I have no 10-5. That might be what it is. Back to Google. The phrase 10-5 in the reference to the police department means to relay a message. So I think I'm just kind of digging for nothing here. Like, I'm thinking there's diamonds at the bottom of this cave and there's absolutely nothing. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. So we got this really neat little colorful explosion effect down the side, which looks really awesome. Hot Wheels on the side there as well. Looks very, very cool. That is a mirrored paint scheme. I really do like the paint scheme on this. I really do. I'm not even going to begin to lie to you guys. Also, I love how Hot Wheels paints the front of the Hummer before they put the grill on. Even though you can't really see that detail is there, which looks really cool. On the hood, you've got this painted in grill right here. The little shock towers? I don't know what those are, actually. Hot Wheels graphics. You got that really awesome pinstriping. On the roof, you got Hot Wheels 105 paint splatter with the Hot Wheels logo, the Phantom Hot Wheels logos in here. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, and on the back, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, Hot Wheels graphics 105. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if 105 means anything or if I'm just reaching, but yeah, there's that. Really nice looking truck. Gotta give credit where credit is due. All right, what's next? I do know what's next. I don't need you guys to help me. I don't need your help. I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit here. I haven't done an unboxing video in a hot minute. I'm out of practice. All right, here we go. Next up, for number 6 of 6 of the Beast Bashers, we have the return of Crush Delivery. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I heard Crush Delivery was coming back and it wasn't the shark one, I was very upset. Because, like, while the gorilla one was cool, which is what this is, not my favorite. I thought the Shark Tank one was that was such a cool idea for a truck. Like, having a freaking monster truck with a shark aquarium in the back of it, that's so awesome. This one, I like the idea, but it isn't as cool in my opinion. So let's go ahead and rip her open. This is Crush Delivery. Okie dokie, here we go. For the Crush car, we have a green Cruise Bruiser. For the monster truck, we have a blue Crush Delivery. So we got a blue body, a almost mac and cheese colored roll cage, chrome chassis, black tires with dark turquoise colored rims, blacked out window insert. On the side panel, we got the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks logo with Crush Delivery, all scratched up with the caution tape on the side there, which that's a pretty nice little logo design. I can get behind that. That's cool. Across the whole truck, we have this black paint splatter, which looks really cool. Same thing on this side, but mirrored. On the hood, we have Crush Delivery and that caution tape with the scratching and the paint splatters. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. Also, there is the outline of a gorilla on the roof, which is pretty sweet. No paint detail on the back. However, the back of the truck does have the massive gorilla breaking out of the cage, which, I'll be honest, like I said, I think the truck here is really cool. It's the back end, the whole just massive gorilla breaking out of the cage on the back. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of it. It is creative, I'll give it that, but I'm just not that big of a fan. The truck itself, however, like if you cover that and just look at the truck itself, love that paint scheme. That is an absolutely crazy cool paint scheme. I don't know, just as a whole, I'm not really a huge fan of this one, if I'm being honest. I do think it's better than the original Crush Delivery, though. I will give credit where credit is due. I do think this one's better, but still, not that big of a fan. So there's Crush Delivery, everybody. Next up is one that I did not get to review the original version of, so we're going to look at this version. Number 8 of 12 for the Freestyle Wreckers, we have Dragonizer. So this is really interesting. This is one of the new identities for 2025 for Hot Wheels. And I'll be honest, it's probably one of my lesser favorites. I don't know if I'd even say it's one of my favorites. I'm really honestly not that big of a fan of this truck because of how big it is. It's a very large truck, but I will give credit where credit is due. Like Rebel Lion, it is an innovative design. I will give them credit where credit is due on that. But yeah, I kind of like the vibe that they went for with this one. I think this is kind of meant to be a ripoff of Thunder Roarus in a lot of ways, because the whole vibe on this one is that it's a robotic dragon. If you don't believe me, look at the crash attack, Dragon Bite. It is yeah, it's literally meant to be a robotic dragon. That's what they're going for here. And that's readily apparent on the original one, which has like a video game design. You got a green Dogzilla for the Crush Car. My Crush Car bin is going to be full one of these days. I'm going to have no more room for the dang things. Alrighty, here we go. This is the Dragonizer. So we got a pearlescent purple body with a red roll cage, chrome chassis, black claw tires, and purple racing rims, which looks really cool, as well as a red plastic window insert. On the side panel, you got Dragonizer, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks with that scale design and some pinstriping in green, which looks super cool. You can see all the robotic dragon parts as well, with the bottom jaw, the arm, and everything coming off the back there. This side is exactly the same, but mirrored. On the front of the truck, you have some really awesome plating in neon green with some scale designs. And then on the back, you got these red lights with some striping in green. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks, or Hot Wheels on the back with that scale design. And then a couple of plastic inserts here. You can see the horns, which look really cool, the tail, and then these really awesome neon green wings coming out of the top, which I think looks really cool. Surprisingly, nothing on this truck glows under blacklight, which I thought was really strange, because you would think that this truck would have some parts of it that would glow. And like, aside from like maybe some of the decals, nothing on this truck glows under blacklight, which I thought was really weird. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That is the Dragonizer right there. Really interesting. Like I said, really interesting idea. Not exactly my favorite though, but still cool. I admire the craftsmanship. That is fun. However, probably my favorite truck of 2025 from Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. I think this might even be my favorite variant of this truck so far anyways. I think this beats the red one. Has got to be number 9 of 12 for the Freestyle Wreckers. Ramblin' Wrecker. I love myself a tow truck. Absolutely love a tow truck. And yeah, I think the Ramblin' Wrecker Hot Wheels Monster Truck will go down in history as probably one of my favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. I love the Ramblin' Wrecker. This thing is so freaking cool. All right. We've already got 4 different variants of this truck already, which is kind of insane. I own 3 of them. I still don't have the color shifter, but I'm actively looking for it. Got a red Torque Twister. That's not the name of that. Rally Cat as the Crush Car. And then here is the Ramblin' Wrecker. So we got a white body with a orange roll cage, black chassis, black tires with dark green rims, and a yellow window insert. On the side panel, got Ramblin' Wrecker and this really awesome logo design. This is so cool because the original one that we got, the red one, did not have Ramblin' Wrecker on the side of the truck, the name of the truck. So this one does that, and it looks so good. I love it. El Segundo, California, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks. You got the pipes coming out the side, and then, of course, you got that Hot Wheels logo hiding in there. What I like about this one is it definitely gives off more of an older towing company, whereas the other one gave off like a fresh off-the-block, really like high-end towing company. This one gives off like a mom-and-pop style one because the truck is all rusted out and stuff. It looks really cool. Like I said, I definitely think this one is, in my opinion, better than the red one. I actually really do like this one a lot. El Segundo, California. I think I pointed that out already. This side is exactly the same, but mirrored. Actually, no, it's not. This side is different. So the Hot Wheels logo on this side is down here. On this side, it's actually behind the logo, which looks pretty cool. Then on the front, looks like that. On the hood, we got Ramblin' Wrecker, El Segundo, California, with some pinstriping that looks like Hot Wheels logos. All that rust. I wish they could have got some rust up here. That would have looked really cool. And then on the back, Ramblin' Wrecker. I hate the fact that that is not off-center. That really sucks. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks taillights. And then you have the chain here with the hook, the crane arm, and the pipes coming out the back. Tow hitch, step up, everything. Beautiful truck. Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Congratulations, Hot Wheels, for putting together one of the coolest trucks that was released this year. And I have a huge announcement coming in the next episode of Monster Truck Diecast News Weekly. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. It is already started, but yeah, you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty cool. And with your help, we might be able to crown Ramblin' Wrecker Truck of the Year. You'll see what that means when the time comes. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our re-releases. So the next 3 trucks we're going to look at here are already loose. They were re-released in this case. We always cover the re-releases here because they're part of the case. You might as well. Starting off, we have Gungster. I mean, we've seen Gungster about 40 million times on this channel. Do I really need to say anything here? It's the toxic truck with the black light look. It looks super cool under black light if you've never seen this one. I'm not even going to show it this time around. You guys are going to have to see it for yourselves, or go find another video where I reviewed it. But yes, Gungster does look really awesome under blacklight if you've never seen it. The truck itself is just super duper cool. I've always loved Gungster, and I hate the fact that apparently this truck is getting replaced by Rhinomite, which really sucks because, like, while I am a fan of Rhinomite, I'm not nearly as big of a fan of Rhinomite as I am Gungster. So, yeah, Gungster's cool. I like Gungster a lot. Very, very nice truck there. And then speaking of a truck that I also absolutely adored that they retired, Demo Derby. I also really, really like Demo Derby, and they retired that one as well. Got a red body with a, I'm not going to break it down for you. We've reviewed this thing a million times. I love Demo Derby just because I've always been a huge fan of demolition derbies, and I love what they did with this truck. How it has the painted tires. I just think that is super cool. I love the detail that they got on those tires. And, yeah, I always love Demo Derby because of that. I love the fact that the sides don't match one another, really giving that authentic demolition derby look. And that the one door is painted black. That's super duper cool, showing like the parts being swapped around. One thing I wish they would have done here, instead of doing a black door on this side, they should have done a white door on this side, because for those of you who don't know, demolition derbies, most classes of demolition derby, you're supposed to paint the driver door white, so that way when you're out there battling, your opponents know where your driver's side door is. Because, fun fact, in demolition derbies, if you hit the driver's side door of a car for most classes, you'll get penalized. Because it puts the driver inside the car at risk. So there's a fun fact for you that has nothing to do with monster trucks. And I don't know why I zoomed out there. The final one we have here is the new design for Scratch Attack that came out at the beginning of the year. I like this design, but I think the fantasy like purple design is way cooler in my opinion. Again, another truck that I would actually not be upset with becoming a real truck. If they turn Scratch Attack into a real truck, I would not be upset with that whatsoever. I think that'd actually be pretty cool. So, yeah, there's that. As you can see, it's got like cheetah print on it, which looks really cool. I think that's what they were going for, was a cheetah appearance. Got the motor with the tailpipe. You got the ears, the green eyes. I love the fact they got these little black pieces in here to look like the pupils of the eyes. I don't know. I like Scratch Attack. I like Hot Wheels Scratch Attack is far cooler than Night Storm and Catastrophe that Monster Jam made, in my opinion. I think this is way better. The design is a lot cooler, in my opinion. The paint schemes have been a lot better. They don't look like they're outright ripping off another truck. Like, I don't know. I just think Scratch Attack is far superior to Night Storm and Catastrophe. That is just my honest to God opinion. Yeah, that's just my honest opinion. Gungster, Ramblin' Wrecker right there. Crush Delivery with the Dragonizer. Gotta bring all these back on camera here. I'm getting worse and worse at fitting them all on camera, which I've noticed. I don't know why. It's becoming more and more difficult for me to do this, and I have no clue why that is. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That's the full case from start to finish right there. Not a bad set of trucks, if I'm being completely honest. There's some misses. There's also some hits in here as well. Like, I'll be honest, Crush Delivery, Dragonizer, they're all right. Like, I don't think they're that good. You know, meanwhile, Scratch Attack's pretty good, but I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that one. Gungster, Demo Derby, how can you not love them? They're both awesome trucks. I love the Hummer's new paint scheme. That's cool. Ramblin' Wrecker, I don't know. I haven't looked at the double pack one out of package yet, but the Ramblin' Wrecker, at least that white one, so far out of the two that I have reviewed, is my favorite. That white Ramblin' Wrecker looks awesome. Airplane mode also surprised me. I am really, really, really surprised that that truck turned out as good as it did. If you would have told me that they were doing an airplane as a monster truck, like an actual 3D airplane, I would have totally expected it to look like garbage. Hot Wheels actually did a killer job with airplane mode. It actually looks really good. So much so that I could totally see them making that into a real truck and having it look good. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. But yeah, honestly, a lot of trucks in today's video that could make it to the real life circuit someday. Ramblin' Wrecker, Airplane Mode, and Scratch Attack. I think all three of those would be really cool real life contenders. I think that'd be sweet. But anyways, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next diecast unboxing video. Thank you, and good night.